The Outer Worlds is just thriving with things for you to do just like any other RPG, so we decided to put together this lovely little guide highlighting the 5 things that you should know when starting your journey to becoming an absolute Outer Worlds pro. There are all sorts of perks available in the Outer Worlds that you can purchase using the perk points that you accumulate over the course of the game every time you level up your character. All of the perks available will help you and even your companions in numerous ways so that you can be the ultimate galaxy exploring machine in the game. Now every single perk is pretty useful in its own way, but we've rounded together 5 of the best perks that you should absolutely equip to your character. One which we think is pretty essential is the toughness perk. If you're someone who loves to go guns blazing, which let's be honest is the majority of us, then your number 1 priority should be upping the health of your character so that you can just be a brilliant little bullet sponge. This perk is exactly what you need in order to maximize your health, especially in the opening hours of the game where it gets pretty tense. There's also the Deadly Demonstrations perk, which lets you earn XP from every kill your companion gets, the Soliloquy perk, which is an easy boost to your dialogue skills so that you can keep sweet talking the lovely people in the Outer Worlds, Pack Mule, which lets you carry more in your inventory, and finally Harvester, which will restore your health after every kill you get. All of these perks are the best of the best that will help you become a deadly killing machine straight off the bat in the Outer Worlds, so we highly recommend that you equip those straight off the bat. Now, even though we just said that those are the best perks to pick in the beginning of the game, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to stick with them. You might find that after using them for a little bit, they're actually not quite for you. But that's okay, because you can respect your character in the Outer Worlds, so long as you have 500 bits. In order to do this, you must first unlock Alex Hawthorne's ship, the Unreliable. Once you've done that, then you just need to head on in there through the entrance doorway, take a left, and then you'll find yourself in a place which sort of looks like a cargo hold of some sorts. From this point onwards, you just want to head on up the ladder on the opposite end, walk to the end of the walkway which bends round to the left, and at the end of this you'll find the Respect Machine, which lets you pick your skills and perks again from scratch. Throughout the game, when you level up your character, you'll get 10 skill points and 1 perk point, which you can use to respec your character to be a whole different kind of galaxy exploring killing machine. When it comes to using different perks, it's worth noting that at the beginning of the game you'll first start off with just tier 1 perks, but as you acquire more, you'll start to unlock even more perks that are tier 2 and tier 3. So it might be that after using our recommended tier 1 perks from the start, you now fancy testing something out that's a bit more heavier. The Outer Worlds is just chock full of delightful characters that you, the player, can actually recruit to join you on your merry adventure as you journey across the galaxy causing all kinds of havoc. There are currently 4 characters that you'll be able to recruit throughout the game: Vicar Max, Parvati, Felix, and Ellie, each one with a different backstory but all equally handy when helping you throughout the game. In order to recruit each of these characters, you'll have to complete various tasks, but once you do, then they'll be joining you in your space adventure like there's no tomorrow. To recruit Vicar Max, you'll first want to head to the church in East Edgewater. Once you get there, then you'll need to collect a book for him, which is all pretty straightforward stuff. After you've done that, then you'll be able to accept him onto your crew. For Parvati, you just need to continue progressing through the main story by speaking to the Edgewater town leader Reed Thompson, and then you'll get the option to accept Parvati's help to join your crew. As for Felix, once you've taken to the skies in your ship, then you'll soon enough come across him as he's having a bit of a heated confrontation. In order to get the option to recruit him, you just need to take his side in the argument, and then when you make your way back to your ship, after talking to Bedford, you'll see Felix waiting to ask if he can join your crew. Finally, in order to recruit Ellie, you need to first complete the Worst Contract Companion quest on the Groundbreaker, which you'll find over in the medical section of the ship. Now you need to make sure that you can complete this quest peacefully, and you can do that by bribing Bedford with 2,175 bits. After that, Ellie will then ask if she can join your crew. That's pretty much all there is to it in order to recruit each of the companions that are available in the game. Just like any other RPG type game, in the Outer Worlds you'll be able to openly explore a plethora of places, and you should absolutely do as much exploring as you can because there's loot just stashed away in every corner of this expansive world. Everywhere you go in this big old game, be sure to look in every little tiny spot as loot is loot, and you might find some very helpful items that could aid you on your adventure in one way or another. Even if you find stuff that isn't particularly helpful, it might just be junk that you can sell on for bits that you can use to buy actual helpful items. You just gotta make sure that you look everywhere. Under the stairs, on rooftops, in dumpsters, absolutely everywhere. You might even want to take this a step further and start venturing into areas that you really shouldn't be venturing into. What I'm basically trying to say here is that you might as well start stealing items from people and places, because the beautiful thing about the Outer Worlds is that there aren't any repercussions for stealing. Unlike Skyrim or Fallout, when you steal something in this game, the item isn't marked as stolen, so you're pretty much golden to keep onto it for whatever you might need it for. Not to say that stealing is okay, but I mean in the crazy world of the Outer Worlds, you just might as well, you know? Now, if you're gonna live a life of crime and start stealing things in order to get by in the Outer Worlds, then we highly recommend that you level up your lockpicking skills to 20, as it will greatly help you to be a better thief. Sometimes it'll take quite a few mag picks to open up certain locks in the Outer Worlds, and mag picks are a pretty finite resource that you don't want to go wasting willy-nilly. But this is exactly why you want to hit level 20 in your lockpicking skill, because once you do, then any lock that just requires one mag pick can be unlocked for absolutely free, meaning you can save those mag picks for the more heavy duty locks. There are actually 2 other skills that are worth leveling up to 20 as well, the science skill and the engineering skill. When you level up your science skill, you'll then have the ability to improve your weapons and armor at a workbench via the Tinker feature, whereas upping the engineering skill lets you repair equipment while you're out and about, both pretty handy skills to help you best the Outer Worlds. But as long as you've got your lockpicking sorted, then you'll be able to continue living out your life as a master thief. And that's the 5 things that you'll want to know to get started in the Outer Worlds. Now that you know all that, just go ahead and start your mad wild galaxy exploring adventure, and be sure to be the very best thief these spacegoers have ever seen.